Be watching this as a replay. But welcome aboard. Seriously, glad to have you. And all right, we are having technical difficulties. It's been like that all day long. I thought it would get better. I know how I've been having trouble with the television. Signals are just not coming in good. I do have 2 bars, which is normally good enough. But I've noticed that I cut out here a minute ago. Everybody's mad at me because I'm doing this tonight, when I'm supposed to be working in the yard. Well, okay, so I'm trying to be consistent. Yes, I need to be working in the yard. I've been working in the yard all day long. Now, normally, if I'm on a Wednesday night, I've been going and getting in the vehicle and driving somewhere where I get a good signal. That usually sucks up another hour of the day. So I don't know why everybody's pissed at me because I'm doing a live stream tonight. They can kiss my ass. Hey, Bill and Nancy, welcome aboard. So maybe we could connect some words tonight and make sentences out of the crazy words that we come up with. Thank you, Dave. Welcome aboard. Midwest Picker, everybody. If you don't have Midwest Picker, you need to. He is so freaking funny, and he's very informative, especially when it comes to eBay. Anyway, that's that. Here I am, like it or not. Those people that are crabbing at me don't subscribe anyways. Well, actually, Don does. But he doesn't get any signal on. Something happened with his phone, so he can't watch anyways. So I guess he's boo-hooing. Not really. So the week has been kind of stupid. It's already Wednesday. See, picked up the truck on the weekend for last Friday or Saturday? No, Friday. That's La Fortuna. Did a video on what day, I don't know. Put in the water pump on Sunday. Went good. Piece of cake. Yeah, can't cut the mustard. Hey, you know what? Can't cut the mustard. There's a C word. We'll find it, Todd. So, put the water pump in. No problemo. Oops. Thought we had antifreeze. Didn't have antifreeze. So, had to wait till Monday to go get an antifreeze. So, went to the bank. Got the money to pay for the truck. Got money out to get antifreeze. Did that. Wanted to put just a little in and then start the truck and let it circulate for a minute and check for leaks and stuff like that so we don't just waste the antifreeze. So truck wouldn't start. Tried everything. The truck wouldn't start. We didn't bump anything. We certainly didn't work on any electrical. Finally, we did some diagnostics. Getting spark. Air is no problem. The air filters are clean. Yada, yada, yada. There's gas in the tank. Yada, yada. Everything's, square. Except I'm not getting any fuel to the carburetor. Why? Check for pressure. Check the fuel pump relay. All is good. Can't quite tell whether the pump is running in the tank. Kind of boils down to that ASD, which is an automatic shutdown. But it just kind of muzzles me because I moved the truck to where it is now in order to put the water pump in. That's the last time it started, was when I moved her over there to take the old water pump off. So we don't know why. No idea why. I'm looking for your card, Todd. I know it's in here. I think I got Showmore finally caught up. There's Todd. Well, actually, Todd is over there in Ohio, but I'm here, and here's your card. So, can't cut the mustard. I sure can't. Today is the 5th of October. You know what? Yeah. We've got some negatives, Todd. Let's see. 2 weeks ago, it was can't something, thanks.
Lauren, will you just excuse me for 1 second?
And can't hold a candle to me. Now it's can't cut the mustard. Where do you come up with all these can't do this, can't do that? Okay, that's funny. All right, you're in the bucket. And if we get some new people, I've got plenty of cards that I can make new cards out of. Michelle, welcome aboard. Sure miss you guys. You know, I was telling Kevin the other day, it feels like we're still there in a way. I'm just checking to see if I have any blanks in this pile. I don't think so. So, looking good. All right. So anyways, now we're on day. I've owned the truck for 5 days and it's not ready to go yet. So today I actually used Don's spare van to take some scrap in out of the yard, but that's not going to cut it. It's like, yeah, it is. That's, you know, the water pump was only, I think I spent so far $46, and then antifreeze we're able to get for $5. I think it's $6, so that's $12. That's 56, 56, $58. That's all I spent on the truck so far as repairs. The truck was originally $500, but I did some work for Billy, and he knocked another 100 off. So you know what? I've only got $450 in a truck that doesn't run. It's got to be something simple. Some fuse, okay, I checked the relays for the automatic shutdown. I checked the relays for the security system. There are no security lights on the dashboard. There's nothing about the auto shutdown. Everything looks fine. We got 12.48 volts. I mean, that thing cranks over like a brand new, well, it is actually a brand new battery. I think it was April of this year. No, February of this year. Sorry. But you might as well say it's not even a year-old battery. I mean, it's just, I suppose it could be coincidental that a fuel pump could fail at the same time that I'm working on something else. Doesn't make any sense. And on the other hand, fuel pumps don't give you any warning. They work or they don't. There's no in between. Linda Barker. Well, I'll be doggone. Weren't you here earlier complaining that I was putting down Cleveland? I'm not putting down Cleveland. I think that's a cool picture. And I thought that thing they did with launching the balloons was really cool. But somebody said something went wrong. I don't know what. The Canadians may have threatened a nuclear war over it, with all the balloons coming in and killing the cows because the cows were eating the balloon. I don't know. I don't remember. That was in 1986. What was I doing in 86? I was probably doing some begatting. I didn't write it down in the family Bible, but I'm guessing there was some begatting going on, or I don't know. We're practicing for begatting. I don't know. Bill, I didn't get around to writing anything. I was going to take some words and put them all together in sentences. We might do that for a bonus. Just kind of was kicking around the other day after playing your game. I was thinking, okay, so if somebody wins, that's cool. Now, they might get extra credit, or other people might. I don't know. It's just something I've been kicking around. Somebody give me some ideas if you think there should be more to this than what there is so far. I mean, it evolves. Everybody has an evolution factor in their videos, their live streams, the games, the features, whatever. It evolves. I think it'd be kind of fun to have what I want to do is I want to get past the putting cards in the bucket. I want to have a big wheel and put your name on the wheel and spin the wheel like Jeopardy or Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. And then I want Vanna White to come out and hand you your prize, or hand me your prize. Hand me your prize. But she's probably retired by now. So am I. Give me a V, Vanna. All right. I don't know. What do you think, Michelle? We're getting started earlier on the book tonight. Okay, what's this? Family Fair. Thin Blue Lanes card. I don't know how it got in there. Tim Mobangs card. He won last week. He gave it back to the channel. Family Fair receipt. Oh, this is for discount on fuel, if I think about it. If I have anything to drive over there to get a discount. And a discount is actually important. We have jumped from, in 2 days' time, we went from $4.19, we're at $4.48 average a gallon right now. Diesel's kind of holding its own, getting to a point where diesel and gas are going to be the same price unless diesel starts jumping up. The diesel's been staying $5.19. I paid under $5 for when I went to M22. I paid like $4.97. Might as well call it $5. But hey, $40 got me there and $40 got me back. So yeah, it's still too expensive when you consider that 2 years ago it was $3.25 a gallon, $3.50 a gallon. Now it's over $5. Sad, but not sure what to do about it other than protest and bitch. Where did we leave off? I'm thinking we left off. I know we did. I think we did church mouse. Yes, we did, because Todd commented on the poor church mouse. Claptrap. Okay. I don't think we did Claptrap, so I'm going to do Claptrap. Check the fuel filter. You know, I'm wondering that. I found there are 2 fuel filters on that, Todd. They're big, huge ones on the right-hand side under the frame just before you get to the cab. There's a round canister, and then there's a square canister. So it goes in the round first, comes back out, then it goes in the square, then it goes back out and heads towards the engine. I was really surprised because it's a gasoline engine. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if it was diesel to have 2 or more filters. That's common on diesels. But maybe, I don't know. Maybe the filters were there already. Yeah. Yeah, C's. We were in C's. Okay, Linda, I know that part. I haven't totally lost it yet. Okay, our next C word is claptrap. And I should be good at this, correct? Claptrap. What is the reason we call cheap but showy words claptrap?
Much appreciated.
This term originally meant a ruse or a trap used by actors to induce applause or clapping.
The LAPD found
It was intrinsically worthless. It was an intrinsically worthless piece of business or dialogue, which will show you. And there's that. I don't know. Chintzy. I like chintzy. Okay. Let me find your ticket. Linda Barker. Where is her ticket? There it is. It's a good one. It's a good word. 10. 5. Chintzy. Chintzy. You're in, Linda. Next word, clear the decks. This I knew. But why do we describe preparation for action as clearing the decks? It's a nautical term. Before a naval vessel goes into action, the crew members tie down or remove all movable articles on the decks so that they won't knock about and injure the sailors during the battle. Well, it could be a battle with a storm also. And I don't know if we had it in the B words where you batten down the hatches, which makes sense. So this is clearing the decks. I would say batten down the hatches kind of goes with that as well. Clerk. This one's, I think I read this one before. How did an office assistant get the name clerk? At one time, only the clergy knew how to read or write. So any person with this ability was assumed to be cleric or of the clergy. From this, the words clerical and cleric, soon shortened to clerk, came to mean written work or one who performed such work. Thus, a clerk. You're welcome, Linda. The next one is a click. Like this is clickbait. I mean, look at how many people we have. We have 3 on board. Oh, my goodness. Anyways, why do we say a successful endeavor clicks? Because it runs smoothly from the start. When the gears of a machine mesh immediately, they go together with a single click instead of grinding and grating. That makes sense. I thought I missed a word, but we're on page 60. Clodhopper. Well, this could describe me on certain days. Kind of clumsy. But anyways, where did the dullard get the name clodhopper? In early England, the peasants were uneducated. It was therefore assumed they were unintelligent. The gentry rode horses across the fields, while the peasantry walked afoot, hopping over the clods of earth turned up by the plow. They were literally clodhoppers. Okay, here you go, Linda. This is for Saturday. Clue. How did the word clue come to mean a hint? A clue is literally a ball of thread. And in the old fable, the only way that Theseus, yeah, that's his name, could get out of the labyrinth was by unrolling a ball of thread as he went in. That makes no sense. A clue is literally a ball of thread. See, now that, to me, that sounds like Hansel and Gretel dropping breadcrumbs or something. I don't know that story or tale. You thought it was a word for boots. Well, clodhoppers, the wealthy ones probably wore boots. used boots. Here we go. Just me and you, Linda. Cock and bull story. Where did a fanciful tale get the name cock and bull story? The expression is a derisive allusion. Whoa, derisive allusion to the fables of Aesop and others in which cocks moralize and the bulls debate. That's weird. I have to say that's weird. A fanciful tale, a cock and bull story. See, I thought it was, kind of like a nonsense story or it'd be like me telling you that in January, the dates that we get paid for Social Security are going to change. And you'd say, well, that's a cock and bull story. Actually, ask James Catanese. It looks like, and I got to tell Don this, but it looks like we're going to have to change our budget days for those of us who are collecting Social Security. I'm going to change this, the settings a minute. I wonder, I keep hearing things go bang outside. I don't know what it is. Don't care. Okay, here's the fade button. This kind of drives me a little cuckoo. Do I need more light? I know I left the round light out in the bus. Let's try that. If I sit back, it looks better. Okay. Well, cockles of the heart. Glad I'm not going to jinx this, but I'm glad we have a good signal yet. Even though nobody's here to be caring about it. Cockles of the heart. Why do we speak of warming the cockles of the heart? I didn't know that we did. This expression is redundant. I'll be damned. Cockle is here used as another name for heart, from the fact that the cockle shell and the heart are very much alike. I would say in appearance. Indeed, the zoological name for the cockle is cardium, from cardia, the Greek word for heart. Well, that makes a certain cock and bull kind of common sense, doesn't it? Hey, I might enter myself now. What was I talking about? I have no idea, Todd. Do the replay. Don't you have TiVo? Nah, we were talking about cock and bull stories. That comes from Aesop's fables, believe it or not. And then we, I was, of course, being stupid about cocks and bulls and bullcock. Horse hockey. Wait, that doesn't come till H, probably. All right. A cocktail. How did the cocktail get its name? The father of the cocktail in the United States was Antonio Amadei Pechard. Oh, boy. Antonio Amadei Pechard. Anton Amadei Pechard, an apothecary, it's too bad we're not in the A words, who came to New Orleans from the West Indies in 1795 and was the inventor of Pechard's bitters. The term cocktail, can't believe we're turning the page on this one. Holy cow. The term cocktail is probably from the French Quatel, the name of a mixed drink long popular in the vicinity of Bordeaux. but cocktail may have come from the common practice among owners of gamecocks of feeding them a special mash prepared of many ingredients, including beer or ale. The mixture was called cock ale. That makes a certain sort of weird sense too. Yeah, who knew? Social Security, Todd. James told me last night. He asked me what day of the week I was born on. I said it was none of his business. No, I'm on the 13th. He said, well, you'll get your Social Security check starting in January on the third Wednesday. And what? Apparently, they're changing to Wednesdays, and depending on where you fall, according to whatever thing they have, I would assume if your birthday is on the first of the month, you'll probably get paid on the first Wednesday. Now, how long does that carry? I don't know. But supposedly we're all going to get letters in December. Well, I tell you what, if they then enact that actually into January, people are going to be so pissed, especially if they have their Social Security income budgeted for certain days of the month. Some people pay all their bills first of the month. I've tried to set mine up that way, so I'm going to be affected by this too, because I won't get paid till the third Wednesday of the month. That kind of screws me up. Hopefully the state doesn't screw up my nursing check. I'm used to that coming on the second Friday of the month. Sometimes the third. It depends on where the end of the week or the end of the month falls, what day of the week. If the end of the month falls on a Friday, it gets delayed a second week. If it falls, for instance, it did end on Friday, so I have to have paperwork in by this Friday, which will be the second Friday. I don't know. It's either the second or third Friday that I get paid. So all I know, as long as I get my paperwork in within 6 days of the end of the month. Really? Now that's weird. Maybe that's because you're younger than us. I know Sonia gets hers on the 1st. Holly, by golly, gets hers on the 1st. No. Yes, 1st. No, 3rd. Sonia's the 1st. Holly and I are on the 3rd. And most people I know are on the 3rd. And I never heard of anybody getting it on a different day. But now, James is another one, 3rd. But now he's going to be, I think, 2nd Wednesday. Sydney gets hers the 1st Wednesday. I don't know. Maybe the things are coming true, like they said. Justin and Christina, welcome aboard. Good to see you. You're only a couple years older than me, Linda. Well, let's just pray that we do continue to get them. All right, we're going to move on to the next word. Isn't this something? COD, C period 0, O period D period. COD. I thought it means collect on demand. But what is the origin of the expression COD? In 1841, oh boy, listen to this name. One, Erastus Elmer Barclay. Erastus Elmer Barclay. Reminds me of a joke about Erastus and Esau. Yes, cash on delivery. Anyways, Erastus Barclay of New York City asked William Harnden, the original express man, to deliver a package to Joseph Young in Fulton, New York. But, Barclay said, don't let him have it until he pays $16.50. If he can or won't return the package to me. I want cash on delivery. It was another 20 years, however, before the abbreviation began to be used. Huh. Okay. Oh, and Justin and Christina are in the drawing.
If you're asking me if I knew that guy, then I don't know. Okay. So,
I'm going to allow it because they didn't use the whole thing. You know? And I don't think we've had them entered before, so I'm going to give them a new card. If they're in there, it won't have today's date on it anyways. This one will.
Maybe you should just not bring your dead pets to work.
no.
Justin and Christina's AM Life. I hope everything's going well for you guys.
I'm going to figure this out.
I hope you can come to M23 or that we see you, you know, somewhere along the line this year. Cash. And today is the 5th. There's another reason I'm putting you in. We don't have very many entries. I think we have 4 so far. That's so 80s. I hear you, Tim. Codfish are aristocracy. Anybody know what that is? I sure don't. Codfish aristocracy. Why are the newly rich called the codfish aristocracy? Well, I never heard that. I've always heard the term nueve rich or nueve wealthy. If you win the lottery or whatever. Awesome. You're going to try to be there. Cool. All right. The term comes from Massachusetts, where many families grew rich from its cod fisheries. As the new rich, they were looked down upon by those who had acquired their wealth at an earlier date and were derisively called codfish aristocracy. Well, leave it to probably the Bostonians to be a little uppity about stuff like that. By the way, what does a Boston Bulldog say? Give up? Boston Bulldog says, "Bok, bok." Just saying. All right. Nueve Riche, yes. Riche. Nueve Riche. That's right. That's how I remember. Anyways, cold blood. What is the reason a premeditated deed is said to have been done in cold blood? That is a good question. I don't think I know. It was once believed that the temperature of the blood varied. When the blood became hot, a person became emotional, hot-headed. When the blood was cold, reason held sway. See, that don't make any sense. Well, in a way, if you premeditated, let's say, killing someone, then you could call that cold blood because you were in your definition of a reasonable state of mind. Okay. I suppose some people have a reason. Cold feet. Sue and Morton, yeah, welcome aboard. We haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for coming aboard. I did see you on another live stream somewhere the other day. If you read and show more, you'll know how this game works. And I'm reading on. Got another 15 minutes before we draw somebody out of the barrel. So you got time yet to enter by coming up with something with a C that hasn't been used before. That's a cliche or a saying or something you made up out of your own mind. There has to be a C word in there somehow, some way. Sue, welcome aboard. Talking to Lucky Dog Productions moderator. Cold feet. How did a timid person come to be said to have cold feet? It's because cases of frozen feet were frequent among soldiers until the end of the 19th century. And a man who has cold or frozen feet cannot rush into battle. He proceeds slowly or not at all.
Peter Benjamin's rules.
Now that makes good sense to me.
He was Austin's boss. Stop the interview. Stop it.
Yeah.
She's not done yet.
Click it or take it. Okay, Sue.
Work for you.
Let me find your card. Where'd I put all the cards? Did I drop them? What the? I had a whole stack of cards here.
Wait, is that what you need to know?
Well, stickers. What? Well, this is ridiculous. I guess I'm going to have to look for a letter and just make you a new one. Okay. Okay, you're in. Cold shoulder. Of course, we already got you. You can only enter one time. We got robotic speech now. Ah, crap. Could be. Tim. Since all the cards disappeared, I'll make a new one for you. Cool. You're coming with all kinds of them, Justin. Well, you only got one in so far, but that's good. Crocodile tears. See, you've had like 4 different ones, but I put one in for you, whichever that first one was. See, now you got 6 of them. You should win just because, right? Old cold turkey, that's 7. I got to put Tim in. Cold hearted. 10-5. There, put Tim in. Who's next? Clickbait. That's 8 now. Clickbait 8. Save some for next week. We'll probably still be in the seas. Yeah, I bet we will. Calm before the storm. You better play Bill's game. I had a blast there. And let's see, Sandra Robinson, she was doing really good. Linda, you were there, weren't you, at Bill and Nancy's last Saturday night? I think it was 11 o'clock our time. I was getting tired, but I was kind of slap happy too. So I was keeping up with him sending out words and me making sentences out of those words. It was rather fun. All right. We are at cold shoulder. What is the original? Now, you can't use cold shoulder because we're reading it out of the book. Just so you know. What is the original of the phrase expressing disinterest? Give them the cold shoulder. Okay. The allusion is to a shoulder of meat. A common wayfarer stopping at a farmhouse and asking for a meal would probably be given cold food. And since the common food of early England was mutton, he would be given a cold shoulder. Now, see, that's kind of a weird thing. Even though you're getting cold food, so what? You're getting it. To me, giving somebody a cold shoulder would be like blowing them off. You ain't getting shit to me, Oh, Michelle's still here.
during Helen court.
Yeah, Todd, it was a blast. Yeah, I don't know how many points I scored. I know I was behind Sandra. In fact, I mentioned that I keep chasing her.
On a dead kid's reputation, but as we all saw in the footage,
All right.
Johnston was dipping heavily
We've
into
got
his
time for a
fault.
couple more.
He crashed.
And you've got time
was brought
for
to our document.
entries.
Recovery position on his side to prevent him from choking on whatever might come up.
What's mutton?
Rehydrated with a
You know,
CIV.
I think mutton is lamb
I fired him. So Austin
or sheep, but lamb.
Yes. And I assume at some
No,
point he got his
I don't know about the shoulder. I've heard of the shoulder of lamb. That's worth researching because I really don't know. I know that mutton in lamb is great if it's cooked correctly. I've had it where it was sucked, and I've had it where it was absolutely fantastic. I wanted more. It was like veal. Oh my goodness, it was great. Lamb with lime sauce. Oh my. Couldn't stop eating it. Then I had it one time, paid $50 at Outback. And I sent it back and I said, give me my money back or something to the effect. I'm not paying for this. This is bullshit. Got a steak instead. But you would think at an expensive place. This was 25 years ago, $50 for a rack of lamb. And it tasted like shit. Anyways, up with Joe. Cry wolf, you're getting it go. Oh, Michelle's in. Cut the apron strings. We got you, Michelle. Now the ink pen has disappeared. There it is. Oh, and there's a quarter that we use to scratch off your winning ticket. Michelle. Leonardo. I always say Leonardo. That's not right. Leonardo. Leonardo.
Every morning at 11:10 Central.
There.
Right here. On Start
10-5. Gosh, there's only a couple more months left in this year.
I'm this strong. I wonder what else I can do.
And God, that's it. Justin and Christina win. The unlucky quarter. You don't know that, Todd. It could be a lucky quarter. At least I'm using a quarter because when I was using a dime, Linda said I was too cheap to use a quarter. I wanted to compromise, but I couldn't find a 15-cent piece. Now I've lost what Michelle said. Oh, curiosity killed the cat. Yeah, I bet. What? There. Cut the apron strings. That's what she said.
Makes life a bite better.
I've always been prone to hair thinning.
You know, I did that once, and the pockets were full, and everything that was, it just all clattered to the floor around my feet. You're in, Michelle. Okay. Do we have time for one more? Yes, we do. And then we'll get to drawing. Call it a day. Yeah, we'll call it a day and we'll get to the drawing. All right. Come off the grass. Now, these days it could mean something else. Like, don't smoke so much damn pot. Why do we use the expression come off the grass to mean stop bragging? Now, I never heard come off the grass to mean that. Okay. In many large cities, the parks contain little signs saying, keep off the grass. A young boy who wishes to appear smart and daring will often, therefore, walk on the grass, whereupon his associates will probably tell him not to show so much braggadocio by saying, come off the grass. Catnap. cat got your tongue.
On Coursera, you can earn Google's
I think
IT professional
Justin and Christina are in for 20 different sayings already.
Join for free at Coursera.com.
We'll do one more. Comment. Well, we'll do two more.
I tried a wireless problem.
What is the origin of the word comedy?
Join the millions of
Justin and Christina.
wireless abroad with a team
Who
of
knew?
virtual specialists to get through the perfect fit.
This word is Greek and literally means a village singer. Greek villages once held revels, or yeah, it has to be revels, at which the village bards sang songs that told a story. Okay. Out of this practice grew Greek drama and comedy. Now I find that interesting. Comedy. I always knew that drama and comedy were related, thus the black mask and the white mask. Cop. How did a policeman come to be called a cop? The verb cop means to nab. Okay, that makes sense. And a major function of the police has always been to nab miscreants. Therefore, a policeman was called a copper, soon shortened to cop. There's little doubt that this nickname was strengthened by the copper badges worn by the police at a later date. Who knew that a tin star was made out of copper? That's a different thing, I think. They use the word cop, like when somebody cops a plea, or we used to use it back in the 70s, I think. Hey, I copped a cup of coffee, or I copped a good deal on a car. Copped. Nabbed. Got. I don't know. Kind of cool. Clear as mud. Cold as ice. Midwest Picker. Oh, he's saying hi to Sue. Clueless in Cleveland. I don't know if I can let you use that, the Gypsy and Vanilla Gorilla. Maybe you could borrow one from Justin and Christina. Because if you say Clueless in Cleveland, then that's the title of this live stream. Linda got mad about it. No, she didn't get mad. But can't use it because it's already kind of been used. It's Copped a donut. See, now you can use that one, I think. Yeah, you can use that one. There's Bernay. You can still enter. Okay, we got Gypsy in the Vanilla.
Perhaps you can explain why your dead son's, I'm sorry, stepson's car is in your garage.
And we're using a cop because I always think that the cops are hanging out at the donut shop, which actually is not so untrue.
How'd you know where to find it?
I went to his house.
But here's the confusing part, sir.
I've observed it.
So how did you pick it up at his house?
Oops, I forgot to put the date on there. 10/5.
You didn't have the keys.
And you are in.
Honestly, I've got to be at Cedars by 4.
Crazy, yeah. Couch potatoes. I don't know if you've been watching for a minute or just seen the Vanilla with Justin and Christina. They've, how would you say, flooded the pot. Actually, no. They only got one entry, even though they've got 1,000 expressions going on here. Cherry on the top. All right. I don't know how many entries we have in here. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have only 6 entries. I'm mixing them up a little bit. Let's see if anybody else. Last chance. Change Is it? You know, I was looking on YouTube for things about Cleveland because it's a C word. Don't ask me why I chose that. You know, Serious in Seattle, or where's the movie? There's been other play on city names. Oh. All right, where is the lid? The lid. 1 lid or 2? 1 lid or 2? Come on. I am not finding the lid. I think Michelle, the other Michelle Wilkins, you know, she can do the invisibility thing. I think she's out here somewhere. You know, those tickets, pre-made tickets, have all disappeared. Save that for the G's. Gotcha.
Much the same place that I was. His portfolio was in ruins, attendance was down.
I'm mixing it up, and I'm not looking. I'm not finding the lid. Case in point. All right. And the winner is blank. Yeah, it happened last week, I think. It's blank. So we'll blank. Please step forward. No, it's I'll be darned. 2 weeks in a row. Tim Mobang, are you still here? You've been drawn again. Got to put your name on there. It's a conspiracy, I think. A C word, conspiracy. Too late. We're going to do a scratch off. We are going to do a $5 scratch off. If I can find it. All right, now it's getting serious. Guess what I found? All the tickets.
Why? Are we going to repaint this place?
That's my business. You don't need that cash to close your case. Deal or no deal?
Deal.
The lid. At least we didn't lose the scissors. Get in there.
I'll see it when I see it.
Okay. Why so serious?
See? Did this not turn out exactly the way I said it?
The 70s show. Okay. Here's our ticket. Ticket number 20. I could turn off the green screen. Let's see, mystery key. It's like last week. 20 letters, 2 puzzles, and 2 bonus words that if you get the key and complete that word, then it's a special prize, bonus prize, if you will. I don't know if we've gotten that recently or not. Don't remember. Linda got it at M22. So you got the mystery keyword. It was only worth $10 and she gave it back to the channel, as usual. I think the only person that's not given anything back to the channel, kept their winning, is Devil Dog. Now, he didn't actually participate in this game. We didn't have that game when he won. But we did have Guess the Channel. Now, he didn't guess the channel. He found a hidden thing in Showmore that said, if you're reading this, you just won. He saw that. And he sent me an email, say, hey, and we scratched it off for him. It was 15. And I sent him $15, just like that. But he's the only one that's ever collected. All right, Tim. We'll start at the beginning. Tim's probably making egg rolls. The first letter is an O. Floor has two. One of them is a cross letter with 4 hall. Obey. And that is one of 4 words, or 4 letters rather. F-L-O. So we only need the F and the L to actually spell that word. And, you know, eligible for the mystery prize. Devil Dog knows best. No, I haven't seen his new puppies. We're working on O. Pros. I'm hearing a motor outside, and it's not a golf cart. Irritating, whatever it is. Believe it or not, it sounds like a rototiller. Who's using a rototiller? One a lot of shot glasses. One glass is a vintage bar glass from the gay 90s. A bar restaurant that existed in Grand Rapids from 72 to 79. I've been there. It was in the Pantland Hotel. They had the restrooms, and they had statues in front of the men's and the women's. Well, actually, you didn't quite see the statues until you kind of went around a little corner, and then you could enter into the restrooms. The female restroom had that was either a David by Michelangelo, something similar. Anyways, you know, it had the genitals. And then the other one might have been Venus, you know, with the breasts, whatever. But, you know, people would drink, of course, and then have to go to the restroom, and then out of sight, a lot of people would figure out, well, who did that? Anyways, if a woman touched the genitals of the statue of David, a little bell would go off out in the dining room. And vice versa, if someone touched the breasts of Venus, another different sounding bell would go off. And that was just a blast. They had great food, too. And I would have been there. Let's see. We had our... Gosh. We would go downtown quite a bit in the 70s. Well, there were some great bars down there. There was the Bank. There was... There's some other bars on Bridge Street. Not the German Village. German Village was out in Standale. Anyways, Ringo might remember him. He's not quite as old as I am. But yeah, 72, 79, the gay 90s. I remember it. Okay, we're on puzzle 2, working on O's. There's O and Banger. And there's two O's and Spoon. And that looks like it's it for O's. Okay, next letter is a Z. Do I see any Z's? Zilwaukee. Where in the heck is Zilwaukee, Michigan? Doing some bar hopping. Back then, back in the 70s, I sure did, Kevin. That was The days. Now, Gay 90s was not a cheap bar. That was kind of, wasn't quite black tie, but it was close.
Another episode of The Closer starts now on Start TV.
Freeways this morning. Trouble in Culver City here. Southbound 405.
Roman will bingo. Now, I know about Ringo and Czar. Are we talking to the same person? Lucky dog. Well, that looks like Czar, I think. Okay. What is he? Where's Milwaukee? Well, here's another size. Just like all of our cars do in Michigan. Oxidized. Next letter is E. E's popular letter. Accuse. Obey. Overhaul. Change. Emporia. Wow. That's a word you don't see very often. Emporia. Is that where you get the bar cups? Emporium. Pour. Good one, Dave. Okay, you're correct. Well, I don't know if you're aware of this, Dave, but before it became the Amway Grand, it was known as the Patland Hotel. It was the best known, richest hotel in Grand Rapids. This is fun. Ahoy, Ringo. Yes, it's you. Sorry you didn't get in here in time to put an entry in, but you can watch Tim win something maybe. So I'm still working on the E's. Pros. Surrey. Milwaukee has two E's. And Hue, H-U-E, like a color, you know. Okay, practice. Intern. Kent City. I know where Kent City is. Just up the road here, about 7 miles. Etch. Tile. And that's part of oxidize as well. Exit. The E is also part of dive. The Patland was not a dive. There were several bars in the Patland. Trying to remember some of the names. Expect. Else. 2 E's. 7 E's. And 10 is a crossword. Letter number 4 is a U. You can expect it. Wait, how long do you expect it to take you? Huge trip. Somebody's taking a big trip. And I missed it in chat. 4 months. I better scroll up here a second. I'm missing something. Winter 23, 24 will be all our biggest trip in terms of mileage will be according to BC. From Quebec, yeah, that's a stretch. And then down to Baja, yeah. Maybe be there at the same time as Tumbleweed RV Life. You could mooch dock at their place and then back to Quebec. So we're going to be going from BC to Quebec. So is there a chance that you're starting your winter trip maybe in the fall? Because M23 is going to be September 21st through 26th, I think. Heaven knows. I'm guessing right now. I saw it. I'm not recalling it as well. But that's cool that you make a big trip like that. Very cool. Hey, you'll be saving all winter, this winter, and Next number for it. Accused has a U. Haul. And that's across the letter with overhaul. How about that? Now that's unusual. You got overhaul in the vertical word and the U in the haul part of overhaul is a cross letter with just the word haul. You don't run into that hardly ever. I am not sure I have ever run into that. Kind of the same word. Okay. Humid, Surrey, and dual. Hugh, Milwaukee. Okay, more U's. There are no U's that tells a number. The slow and tells a 1. Okay, this letter is a D. Okay, these K. Let's see, we have a K. Asterisk has a K. Okay. That's it for K's. Jack's potato can died. It did? It looks good on this end. Ah, 1 bar, 2 bars.
Such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change.
The next letter is a C. Imagine that.
This is an enrollment with Merrill. He'll put his money into his investment account in real time. And
Slow down on my pop.
I'm drinking a Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, slow down on my pop.
So tell me,
Well, I didn't know you wanted Dr. Pepper.
I bought them.
Yeah, okay.
I ain't buying no more of this, bud.
the installation.
We're on C's. Accused has 2 C's. And one of them is a cross letter with the word scan. There's a C in change.
Act now and save 15% off your purchase.
Practice has 2 C's. One of them is a cross with committee. Etch has a C. Kent City, of course, has a C. Expect has a C. I think that's it for the C's. All right. An R. R. Okay. Floor has an R. Overhaul. Era. That's really interesting about the Amway Grand and the Pantland Hotel. Quite a bit of Grand Rapids history there. Pros has an R. Surrey has 2 R's. One of those is Emporia, cross letter with the word Emporia. Bangor. And we got a letter in the word burst, but the second is a mystery key. So Angie and Rick, welcome aboard. Yes, permission granted. We're working on Mobang. He's the second week in a row that he's won the cash word, and we're scratching it off right now. If you scroll back up, you'll see that there's some good news. Justin and Christina are going to be taking quite a trip next winter, and I believe M23 is on their list as one of their stopping points. There's an O that we missed. Still working on the letter R. Intern. And I think that's it for ours. Okay, next letter is J.
Did Commander Taylor notice anything missing at the community center?
J, J, J. For Justin and Christina. J. J might be a bummer letter, which they sometimes are. J's don't. They are J's, I should say, are quite often a letter doesn't appear at all, along with Q's, X's. Sometimes a V won't appear. It's just kind of weird. Jello traveling Merton and Sue. Now that's funny. There's a J word. I know you meant H word, but there's a J. Yeah. But there were no J's here in the scratch off. Okay, V. We mentioned V, but it's here. Overhaul. Any more V's? I think there is. I think I saw more than that. There's a D we missed in oxidize. Yep, there's a V in dive. And that's it for V's, looks like. All right. We are on letter number 11. And it's an A. Usually a popular letter, yep. Asterisk. Accuse. Any. Change. Overhaul. And haul. Oh, yak. Like I always do. Didn't we have yak last week? I think we did. Milwaukee. Oh, there's a K we missed, right? Yeah. Milwaukee has a K. Bangor. Cap. Practice.
You want to share information with civilians? Yes. Absolutely not. I'm not doing that.
Hams.
Just as well, really.
Okay.
You don't have any information to share.
That's it for A's. Next letter is a Q, and I bet we don't have any of those. Okay, Q is going to be a bummer, looks like. Yeah. We got X's, but no Q's. Next letter is an H. I know we have H's. Change and overhaul. And the word haul. That's bizarre that we have that. Oh, there's a D. Dual. Hue, we spelled word. H-U-E. Hue. There's an A we missed in the word die or dual. We do a double check at the end to make sure we didn't miss any letters. That's for the U or the H's. H. Got that one. This is a cross letter with hands. Somehow I switched to X's because we were talking about, I don't know. Next letter is a G. Oh, G. Sandvan is here. Welcome aboard. Fantastic. Angie and Rick are having chili. No, we're still kind of warmish tonight, but tomorrow it's going to start cooling off. It's rain. I've got things set up where I can do some work inside the motorhome tomorrow in case I can't work outside. I don't know how much rain we're supposed to get. Gee, but I don't like getting If I'm swimming, that's one thing, but I don't want to work in the rain. Change has a G. Air off, that's another word we've spelled. We need 2 words in puzzle 1. We need 3 to win $5 at least.
Damn it.
All right. We're working on the letter G. What do you remember, Holly?
Honey mustard sauce.
Okay. Bangor.
I'll have to have it get me some tomorrow.
Okay. Let me write it down because I'm going to do it early in the morning. So I got to go to the post office as well. Oh, this is screwing me up. I got to write it down or I will forget.
What? I'm not gonna get to see the game.
Coach can explain what the ton of confidence.
Damn it.
Coach Belichick's defense.
2 honey mustards.
To do that, well, you gotta have corners.
Okay.
You know they'll get up there.
Got that handled. We're still working on your winner there, Tim. Oh, there's I'm working on Mo Bang for your bucks scratch off. He won. Timmy Ray, welcome aboard. And Midwest Picker wants some Dr. Pepper. There you go. I may have to buy some more. You know, Dr. Pepper is one of those that I can drink when it's warm. It doesn't have to be cold. I can drink it. RC Cola comes close where I can drink it when it's warm too. Everything else I like it cool or cold. Working on G's, I think we got all the G's. Just double checking here. Excuse me. Where did that come from? A P. No, I don't have to go just yet. Pros. And that's in the same Emporia. PP. Tap. A tap room. Practice.
I'll go up and tell them that I'll split.
Expect.
Thank you, Stan.
But you gotta promise me something.
You know what, Dave, when you think about it, why didn't the Grand Hotel, the Amway Grand Hotel, they brought back the gay 90s for a brief time in 81, I think you said. Why didn't they bring it back in the 90s? Or was it politically incorrect to use it in the 90s? Probably. You wouldn't get away with it now, I don't think. Leave it alone, Jack. All right, W. Oh, there's an A we missed in scan. I know there's a W. I've seen a W somewhere. Milwaukee. Okay. W. Any more W's? No, that was it. We're down to 4 letters left. We have 2 words spelled, but we need 3 in the same puzzle. F. There's an F in floor. Looking for F's.
In the olden days, they used to chop off the head of the bearer of bad news with an axe.
How much?
Okay.
Get the axe. Jack, well, we can get $300.
That's it. B. Obey. I don't think there's Bangor. that's it for that. We'll get 2 letters. Now, M is one of those 2 letters that are left. I think I saw M, yes. Emporia. Humid.
I was just thinking about the car. It may not be as good as it looks.
Oh, it's as good as it looks.
Committee has 2 M's. Okay.
Trying to say something, Mr. Roper? Yeah, I just spoke to Mrs. Roper, and she finally agreed with me.
Let me do something here a second.
Yeah, I'll take the car back. And I'll give you back your money. What? I'll give you $50 on top, just for your trouble. $50? Okay, 75.
There. Here's where we're at. On Tim, no bang for your bucks. Scratch off. I don't know if you can see it really good there, but in puzzle 1, down here, let's see, right here we have hue, and where's the other word? There's 2 words in puzzle 1 that we have. Hue is one of them. And there's another one. I can't remember what it is. Hue and era. Arrow's up there. Oops. Now we need. We was to get an L. We're down to 1 letter. An L would be a mystery word, which is scratched off here. If we got 1 more word spelled in puzzle 1, it would be at least $5. There's a couple, an I would give us humid, a Y would give us obey. You can't use a mystery word in the 3 or 4 letter. So we're getting real close there. Puzzle 2, we haven't got anything really. We have a couple, but we only have 1 letter left. So we're definitely not going to get the mystery word in puzzle 2. Well, let's see what that last letter is. And then we'll do a double check. And I'll go back to chat because I can't see the chat when I'm in settings. All right, Timmy. Yeah, you're right, Tim, or Dave. We did A. Yeah, we had the letter A and the letter E, which is not unusual, but you don't always get both of those vowels, the 2 most popular vowels in the alphabet, really, A and E. So the last letter is a T. There's a T there on asterisk. Doesn't do us any good. Any more T's? Not in puzzle 1. In puzzle 2, yes. Burst, which is a mystery keyword, but we need the S. We don't have an S. Practice, but we didn't spell that because we don't have an I. There's a T tap, so we have 1 word so far in 2. Intern, don't have the other M's or I's. Tile, exit, committee, no I though. Expect, but we don't have an X. All right, that's it. Nothing, but sound like a robot. It's possible. It's going in and out. I have 2 bars. 2 bars. Well, any L's? I do not see any L's. S's, we already know. No S's, no L's. Dang, excuse me. I don't know where. There's no, I don't know where that came from. There's no, I didn't see any bus. Wow. That is interesting. Looks like something off of Holly's oxygen machine, but how did it get in here? It might be from something else. YNNYISLL YSIIL YNSXINNIIL. Sorry, Tim. We have two words. Enter exit only. Is that the postal word? No, not really. But could have been. Okay. What is this? Oh, those go with this book. Those are for Saturday. All right. I'm prepared for Saturday. I've got some mail here that's got to go out tomorrow morning. And then I think I'm done here. So, mateys, that's it for Why Do We Say It? Thank you for coming aboard tonight. Sorry nobody won, but we had fun. Yeah, I need to buy a race car. A little out of my price range right now. All right, mates. It's 7:26, so call it an hour and a half on tonight. Now, there may be a video or two in the next couple days, but Saturday, we'll see you at noon Eastern for Guess the Channel. We're having a carryover from last Saturday night, so either be squared. And of course, 6 p.m. we'll be on again with Guess the Channel and Holly by Golly. So, in the meanwhile, I hope you have a blessed and fair winds and smiles. Maybe we'll see some of you on some of the other lives. And may God bless. Good night, mates. Party time. I got to go back to work. Sorry, Demi.